Hello, I'm Paul, and this is Paul Plays with Fire. Welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by. Today on the show, we're going to be making another favorite of mine, bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches, also known as BLTs. And just for fun, we're going to be cooking the bacon right here on the pellet smoker. So stick around, this should be fun. Well, we've preheated our pellet smoker to 300 degrees, and we've arranged our bacon on foil. And now we'll just place that foil on the pellet smoker. Yeah, it looks like a lot of bacon. It is. I'm not gonna eat it all today though. It's not gonna all go on one sandwich. And that should be done in about 45 minutes. See you then. A few years ago, I watched a 4-part series on Netflix called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. I so liked the show that I also bought the book. The series and the book explore some of the relationships between salts, fats, acids, and heat in our foods and how we can use that knowledge to make better tasting food. I highly recommend the book and the series. But Paul, you ask, what does that have to do with a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich? Good question. The relationship between the salts, the fats, the acids, and the heat in a BLT is why it tastes so good when you put it all together. The bread is good, but bread that has been lightly toasted, that's better. A sliced tomato is good, but you add a little bit of salt to that tomato, and suddenly that acidic tomato becomes the best tomato you've had all season. And I don't need to tell you how much better cooked bacon is than uncooked bacon. Although the bacon, lettuce, and tomato are all pretty good on their own, when you take the bacon, add a salted tomato slice, some crunchy lettuce, some mayo, and put it on toasted bread, it becomes a masterpiece. Well, our bacon is done. It took right about 45 minutes, and we'll so go ahead and pull that off. I had 2 sets of foil. I put one on the bottom. It got done a little quicker, so that's already done and in the house for safekeeping. We're using a pizza peel to migrate the bacon in and out of the pellet smoker. That makes it really slick, because otherwise a piece of foil can be kind of flimsy by itself. So we're just going to transfer this bacon off as best we can onto some waiting pieces of paper towel, and we're going to layer up the paper towel so give them a chance to blot dry. It's still hot, way hot. Okay, you get the general idea. We're going to put that on paper towels, and then we're going to get back to it when we make our sandwiches, which is going to be just minutes away. The BLT and its cousin, the club sandwich, both seem to have originated in the New York City club scene around 1900. The club sandwich, with all the elements of a BLT, plus chicken, turkey, or ham, is a great sandwich, and the BLT was right there with it as a somewhat cheaper alternative. And another thing, if you're gonna sit there and listen to my 1900s New York club scene sandwich pricing anecdotes, you probably ought to just go ahead and subscribe. I'm just saying, we thank you. Okay, here it is, our moment of truth. We have assembled all the ingredients to make a perfect bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich, a BLT. So here we go. We've got our bacon. We mentioned that earlier. Isn't that just perfect? That's just beautiful. Oh. We have a couple of wonderful tomatoes. I bought these from the same guy that sold me the sweet corn the other day. And he and I were talking about tomatoes. I'll admit I'm kind of a tomato snob. I prefer heirloom tomatoes. He says, you know the thing about heirloom tomatoes though? He says they'll go bad on you on the way home in the truck, where these will last a few days on the counter, and that's why we've had these on the counter for a few days, and they're still delicious. Just if I close my eyes, I swear they were an heirloom tomato. And we've got our toast. We've got 3 layers of toast because we're gonna make a double-decker sandwich. We're gonna make a double-decker BLT, and we've got our mayonnaise. Hellman's real mayonnaise, nothing but the real stuff. We've got our salt and our pepper. And we've got, anybody out there recognize this? This is a salad spinner. It's gonna date you if you know what this is. It spins your salad for you. Whew. Spins your salad forward to get the water off so you don't have soggy lettuce. And we've got a very nice, like a reddish lettuce. It's not iceberg lettuce, it's traditional. This actually has some crunch and some flavor to it. It's not just crunchy water. But it's beautiful, beautiful iceberg lettuce. So, and a salad spinner no less. It's a family, the salad spinner is truly a family heirloom. It was passed down, so, and I picked it up. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. Got to get the mayo on first. And there's some nice sourdough bread I just got at the store today. It's pretty fresh looking. And I put a good amount of mayo on there. We'll put down our lettuce. And we want to kind of cut out that rib piece if we can. But we do want a good amount of lettuce. On both sides. Aren't the birds pretty? Kind of noisy sometimes, but they're mostly pretty. Okay, then we're gonna cut some tomato. I've got my fancy tomato knife. We're just gonna core it. And then cut some nice sized slices. Not too thick, not too thin. I like about 1/3 of an inch. Is that precise enough for you? Probably enough for what we're doing here. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We'll put one big slice on both sides, and then we'll take one of these, cut it up, and that'll be enough to cover the rest of the bread. That way we get some tomato in every bite. That's important. We're gonna take a little salt. Because a tomato is good, but a tomato with salt is better. Put a little salt on our testing tomato. A little pepper. Okay, now here comes a moment of truth. And I think I am going to put a little mayo on this. Just a little smear on each side. We're going to put this one down on here. Make sure I got this the right way. Yep. Oops. Almost forgot the bacon. Okay, we're going to go 2 slices on each side, just because we can. And then we put a little smear of mayo on one side of our bread, and we're going to place it on top of there. We're going to do another little smear on top of there before we grab it, just like that. That's a good looking sandwich. Ooh-wee. It's only dripping a little bit. Okay, I promised a tasting tomato, so I gotta make sure this tomato's all right. Oh, that's good. And the salt really does make the tomato. Now we're gonna take this big old sandwich we made and we're gonna cut it in half because we are a little bit civilized around here. At least we're trying to be. Okay, we're gonna cut that. Making sure we get all the way through, all the bacon and everything. So it'll pull apart when you give it a chance. And if that just isn't a thing of beauty, I don't know what is. We typically use real mayonnaise in our BLTs, but you don't have to. Other fat substitutes we've used are avocado BLTs, ABLT, and peanut butter, PBBLTs. Chunky is my preferred peanut butter, but creamy also work. If there are other fats that you've used in BLTs, we'd love to hear about it. Let us know in the comments down below. There are also several BLT variations that I've tried over the years. I made BLT tacos before, they were great. And I've made BLT burgers before, also great. I've made BLT pasta salad before, I've made BLT lettuce salad, and they were all great. And they are all great for the same reason. It's the artful combination of combining salts, acids, fats, and a little bit of heat thrown in here and there. Well, here we go. Look at this big, beautiful sandwich. It's just gorgeous. It's just, so good. And it's just as good as it looks. Oh, this so takes me back to my childhood. The taste of fresh tomatoes and bacon and mayonnaise and lettuce and toast together just so brings me back. and the flavors go together in an almost magical way. The flavors go together just perfectly. Can't get much better than that. Now if I just had an ear of sweet corn to go with it. This has been Paul Plays with Fire. Thanks for watching.